think I'm streaming, but as always, let's do the audio check because I want to make sure it works. I need to refresh my own stream. And is this muted? And is this muted? All right, cool. I can hear myself. Is this muted? All right, cool. I can hear myself. Awesome. All right, that is working. It looks like my connection speed is not very good. Hold on. Internet speed. Let me quickly test my internet speed. Barney of the Rubble, welcome in. How's it going? Can you play guitar before everyone comes? I don't have a guitar within like reasonable arm's reach. But thanks for the sentiment, Barney. Greatly appreciate it. I've actually kind of been slacking on the guitar a little bit, so. Okay, looks like my download and upload are okay, or at least my download's fine. Oh, yeah, hold on. We're going to do upload in a second. Sorry, I'm just testing my internet speed. Okay, yeah, my download and upload are fine. All right. Even with low connection, it's pretty good. Okay. So, all right. Nothing to be worried about. Darn it, one day I'll convince you to do it. It's all fine here. Awesome. Good to hear, Barney. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Just chilling. E-Room. Thanks for the bang. How's it going, E-Room? How you doing this weekend? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm currently putting on cheating gloves. We're slowly approaching the season in which I might not need cheating gloves because the weather is changing. So, but anyway. Hi, Nam. Hi, E-Room. Just E-Room to come right at the end. Thanks for the stream. Oh, Barney, you're funny. I have only just begun. E-Room says, about to inhale a few ice cream Sammies. Nom 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 nom. You enjoy those ice cream sandwiches. So unfortunately, a couple of ice cream sandwiches are still in my freezer, but they're old, and I don't know if anybody knows, when you have ice cream sandwiches that's sitting there for a long time, the ice cream is like airy, so if you let it wait for a long time, the center actually goes, I mean, it doesn't go bad as far as like it spoils or anything, but like it basically becomes like the air leaves it, and so it doesn't feel as good to bite down on. Barney the Rose says, if you're not laughing, you're not living. Hear, hear. Those are wonderful words to live by. Durkee Blaine, welcome in. How's it going? What are these old ice cream Sammies you speak of? Oh, E-Room doesn't let them sit around too long. All right. So for a while we had lots of stuff in our freezer, and they would just get shoved in the back as we bought new stuff. So recently we actually got like an additional freezer, so I could spread stuff out, and we were like, oh look, we still have some ice cream sandwiches. So there we are. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Just enabled the trick list if anybody wants. I'm going to pin this until the end of stream. Okay. Let me see here. Of course, I have a new trick for tonight. But anyway, yeah. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Charlie's Beats, welcome in. How are you doing, Charlie? Hopefully you had a good weekend. The Rusty Panda says, did you get a haircut? Welcome in, the Rusty Panda. Yes, the short story is I did get a haircut because I get one haircut a year, and it happened a couple weeks ago. So I think this is the a second or third stream with the haircut. So there we go. Yes, if you miss the long hair, you're gonna have to wait like another 9 months. So there you go. But anyway, welcome in the Rusty Panda. How's it going? Looks good though. Awesome. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. It would suck for me to spend money on a haircut that doesn't look good. But anyway, I have a hairstylist. She's great. So I know she would. I literally told her this is what I wanted for my haircut. I literally told her short, sleek, and sexy, and then she just went to town. So. All right. So we have a new trick for tonight. I'm just getting a card ready for it. Actually, am I getting a card ready for it? The Rusty Panda. Ha! I start my new job tomorrow. Oh, the Rusty Panda. Congratulations on your new job. May I ask what your new job is, or is that a secret? Actually, I'm not even sure if I knew what you did before. So, contract is it basically a job where you're doing the same thing, and just a different place, or let us know. Okay. Oh yeah, I just realized I mixed up cards between decks. I'm like, oh, that's annoying. Because when I go to find something, I'm like, okay. Rusty Pan says, I'm an office assistant at a dental college at the local university. No, I've been on disability for 5 years. This is a big jump. Oh, the Rusty Panda. That's right. I vaguely remember a discussion at TwitchCon Vegas 2023. now, okay. Things are coming back. So, Gibson Lens, welcome in. How's it going, Bert? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully. I did see the news that you posted. I don't know if I am at liberty to say, or I can wait until tomorrow. You can announce on your stream, but I guess the trailer is out, so probably doesn't have to be a secret. You are at liberty. All right, awesome. Thank you. All right, maybe you know what? Maybe I'll do something special for that in a few. All right. So first order of business, I'm gonna warm up with a new trick. I should never warm up with a new trick, but I do it all the time. So here we go. The Rusty Panda says, "I want to know." All right, the Rusty Panda, you're gonna have to wait until after this trick's done, and then I have to come up with a new trick next to to do it. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. So first trick. Okay. Here we go. We have 4 cards. I just want to show you that these 4 cards, they're blank except for one card that I want you to follow. So this is kind of like a 4-card Monty. So follow the Ace of Spades. Should be pretty easy because it's the only one that's there. But if it's second from the face, so if I turn it over, it's now third, right? I'm going to reverse count the cards. If I reverse count the cards, where would you guess that the Ace of Spades is? I think a lot of people would guess that it's here in second position. But no, the card that's in second position is actually blank. Where is the Ace of Spades? It's actually on the bottom. I know, that's super weird, right? Now, if the Ace of Spades is here on the bottom, and I reverse count the cards, where should the Ace of Spades be? I think a lot of people would say it's on the top. But no, it's actually second from the top. See? Now, I know a lot of people are a little bit confused at this point, but here, I'm just going to go ahead and take out one of the blank cards, just so that you know that this is going to be easier to follow, okay? So, all right. Now, guess where the Ace of Spades is. I think a lot of people would guess that it's probably going to be, it's probably in this packet somewhere. So let's say you guess that it's on top. And I would say, no, it's not on top. Some people would now guess, oh no, it must be on the bottom then. But no, it's actually not on the bottom either. Chan the Magic Man, welcome in. How's it going? I'm doing a new trick. I'll tell you the name of it. I haven't actually announced the name of the trick either. Some people would guess, oh no, it's the remaining card, which was originally in the middle. But no, that's actually not it either. And so now everybody's like, whoa, whoa. You know what? The Ace of Spades probably over here. But wait. No. This is a red herring, okay? So just to not spoil it, the name of the trick is red herring. So this is a red herring because I want you to think it's over here, because the ace of spades is actually on the bottom over here. So anyway, if you're wondering what this card is, it's a red herring. If you don't know what a red herring looks like, it actually looks like this. And that, my friends, is a trick called Red Herring by Paul Gordon. And Chan says, "What?" Thank you, Kylie, for the claps. The Rusty Panda. And thanks for the lol and the emotes, E-Room and Chan. And thanks for playing that, Chan. And thank you kindly for the claps, Bert. And thank you for the claps, E-Room. All right, so. All right, if anybody didn't know, I drew this red herring myself. I did like search up some cartoon images of a red herring to draw, but when you purchase the trick, if you purchase the trick from wherever it's sold, from Paul Gordon, you'll get like a card and it has like the red herring. It's like printed right on it, and I'm like, I know how to do it right now. I just want to do it. And so I had to draw the red herring myself. So there we go. Not bad, right? It looks minimally. It looks like a fish. That's all I was going for. It looks like a fish. Okay, all right. So let's see here. It does look like a fish. Awesome. Thanks, the Rusty Panda. Looks good. Thanks, Chan. Appreciate it. All right, so I see that, Chan, you did add one to the queue, but right before that trick, I actually alluded and said I have to come up with something for Gibson Lens's reveal, which, so I'm going to do that first, and then we can do your random request. So, okay, so let's see here. We're going to do another Magician's Choice. Now I'm like coming up. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. Oh, by the way, if anybody's been sitting around for a while and you've not hydrated in a bit, please feel free to hydrate. Now's a good time. So tonight I am having Star Trek's most favorite tea, Earl Grey. It's not hot. It's like lukewarm. Excellent. Thanks for the sip. All right. Okay. Here we go. Full disclosure, I'm going to be winging this trick. This is a improvisation. All right. Okay, guys. So I have a deck of cards here. This is not your regular deck of cards. This is actually a deck of cards that has some letters on it. So if you take a look, each card basically has a letter. And, the general distribution is that we have about 2 of each letter. So 52 cards, that splits up in 26. But there's only one Z, one J, but there's like 3, like, I don't know if it's S's or T's, 3 like E's probably. And so we're going to try and do something interesting with this. Let me make a prediction. So, all right, let's say right here, we're going to go ahead and put this card down as a prediction. Now, let's grab a few other cards to hopefully try and make this prediction correct. Okay. We'll give these a little bit of a mix. That was not a very good mix. We'll do it again. This is gonna be not great if I don't get this. All right, so let me grab another one. All right. Okay, and then let's see here. Here goes the story. Guys, if you did not know, Gibson Lens is a software developer. Not only that, Gibson Lens is a software developer for a video game company called Double Fine. If you did not know that, that's kind of important to know for this trick. But there has been a recent announcement for a brand new video game that Gibson Lens could not speak about because I assume that it was NDA. I literally saw the announcement right before starting stream, and I was watching the trailer, like literally right before, and I was like, "Oh, that seems so cool!" Right? And so here we're gonna try and figure out what the name of the game is. Okay, um, so here's the interesting thing. Do you guys know what the name of the game is? I know that if you are Gibson Lens, you might say no, you wouldn't say no. That's what we would say. We would say no, no, no. Like the Rusty Panda, which game? No, so we don't know. But if you are Gibson Lens, you would probably say yes, yes. So you know what the name of the game is, right? And so that's the interesting thing. So what you're probably wondering what the name of the game is. Well, I've set aside 4 cards, and you may be wondering, is the name of the game 4 cards? Well, that's the funny. Is the name of the game 4 letters? And the answer is not exactly. But the base word for the game is 4 letters. However, I am a magician, right? And so if I wanted, I could change these 4 cards into the appropriate number of letters. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. 4. So, but wait, I said it wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Should I have fewer cards now? Is that weird? Uh, so hold on. Let me wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? That should not be right. Okay. All right. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So wait, if there's gonna be like 8 letters in this game name, right? All right. But look, there's only. Hold on, guys. I might be missing a card. Cause wait, how many cards are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. But wait. So for those of you, so there's a new game out, but it's not out. New game announced by Double Fine, and Gibson Lens worked on it, and it is called K K Key Key Per. Wait, didn't I just have 5 cards here? Now there's 6. All right, guys. Yeah, the new game is called Keeper. Chances keeps. And there we go. So you guys can look for the trailer now. Actually, hold on. I can copy and paste the link into chat here. Video game. Sorry, I'm being a little slow. Chances I don't own this deck, promise. All right, there we go. So if anybody wants to watch the trailer of the new game, I did full disclosure. I was like tired and thinking about stream, so I didn't fully digest. But it looked like it's like a platforming puzzle game. Is that correct? If you want to describe it a little bit, Gibson Lens, you're welcome to. The Rusty Pen says the Lighthouse game with the bird. Yes, there's a bird in it. At first, I was like, it can't be a chocobo because chocobo is probably like. All right, let's see. Okay, let me catch up with chat. Sydney, welcome in. How's it going, Sydney? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Um, Chan spoiled it, says the Rusty Panda. I mean, look, if you didn't know it was the game with the bird, then thank you kindly for the emotes and the claps. Chan, Gibson Lens, the Rusty Panda. Um, and then Chan says, I don't own this deck, I promise. Yeah, this is a weird deck to have. So it's also a British deck, so it's made by magicians in Brit. So you might have to pay more now for it because of tariffs or whatever. All right, thanks for clearing that, Chan. And then yes, hi Sydney. All right, excellent. So there you go. The recipient says we watched it in a friend's stream and we were like, man, these developers are on some wacky tobacco. Well, you know one of them. There you go. That's Gibson Lens. It looks really cool. So I'll have to watch it again and be like, all right, let me digest and see if I want it. I'll probably, if nothing else, I'm definitely gonna wish list it because I know that helps. They like the algorithm and stuff. So, all right, what an abstract idea. All right, let's see. While we're here, let's give people some shout outs. Guys, if you're not following our friend eRoom, please give eRoom a follow. eRoom is known as the Pope of Indiana, does various different streams, and eRoom will stream in real life stuff. He'll stream community games. He'll stream opening things in his house, trying to collect like Kinder eggs. So definitely give eRoom a follow. Guys, are not following our friend Durkee Blaine. Please give Durkee Blaine a follow. Durkee Blaine is a variety gamer, plays a bunch of different games on stream, but is also a magician. I've seen Durkee Blaine do some tricks on Twitch and his YouTube channel, but yeah, definitely give our friend Durkee Blaine a follow. Let's see. If you're not following our friend and mod, the Rusty Panda, please give the Rusty Panda a follow. The Rusty Panda is a streamer as well, singer songwriter, but also has an interview stream normally on Wednesdays called Wiki Wednesdays. So definitely give the Rusty Panda a follow. If you're not following our friend Charlie's Beats has been known to stream before, but I know Charlie's Beats as a Twitch music famous chatter because everywhere I would hang out in music streams, Charlie is there. Charlie is omniscient. Charlie is there. So, guys are not following our friend and mod Gibson Lens. Please give Bert a follow. Gibson Lens is a pianist, streams piano practice, but also has been reviewing old movie reviews or doing movie reviews on old recommended movies. Not all of them are old, but anyway. But also Gibson Lens is a developer and works for Double Fine and announced this game. I mean, Gibson Lens didn't personally announce this game, but according to what it seems like, Gibson Lens worked on Keeper. So, yeah. Let's see here. Guys, are not following our friend and mod, Chan the Magic Man. Please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan the Magic Man, one of the other few magicians on Twitch that has a regular magic schedule. So definitely give Chan a follow and catch him on Monday for Magic Mondays. But if you catch him some other time, he might be playing retro games. He might be playing Grand Theft Auto. So definitely give Chan a follow. All right, let's see here. And then, guys, are not following our friend Sydney, aka Coco. Please give Sydney, aka Coco, a follow. Sydney is also a streamer, and Sydney is a streamer doing in real life stuff. So let's see, and then I saw Obi-Wan. Welcome in, Obi-Wan. How's it going? Thumbs up. Hello, Crazy Asian. Hello, Obi-Wan. Welcome in. How's it going? Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend. I know it's Monday for you, but hopefully you're having a good Monday. And guys, you're not following our friend Obi-Wan. Please give Obi-Wan a follow. Obi-Wan has been streaming various video games, but Obi-Wan also plays guitar, and so has also streamed guitar, and also has streamed like community games like playing puzzles, jigsaw puzzles. Yes, that's a lot of D&D games. Yes. All right. So let me know if I missed anybody. I think we got everybody that said anything in chat. So full disclosure, that's like my litmus test. Like scroll through chat if we caught everybody. That's good enough for me. Sorry, but yeah. Okay. All right. Um, let's see here. You know what? Chan requested a trick called twisting the aces. I'm gonna do a slight modification of that, and we're going to be doing doing a trick. I'm gonna call it twisting the Chan. That sounds maybe a little weird. Um, okay. But we're going to be doing twisting the Chan. All right. So let me see here. Let me get this order right. Because otherwise, all right. Okay. I hope this is the correct order. All right. Let me see. Okay, guys. We have 4 random letters. They don't make any sense right now. They are not in the right order. I wonder what it could possibly spell. I'm not sure. But you know what? Let's mix them up and see if we can get them to spell something. But I'm not allowed to turn them face up like this, because that's how regular people would turn them face up. I need to do it magically. And who more to magically do this for than oh man, there's a very famous Twitch magician that recently reached 1,000 followers. Oh, what was his name? I think he mods for me. Let me uh, let me give this packet a magical twist and see um, if the packet can spell it for me. All right, here we go. Oh, guys, the first letter is C. C. All right. But now look, I'm going to give it another magical twist. C. Oh. Hold on, that's wrong. Okay, we're going to start over. All right, guys, we're going to mulligan. Man, that pattern was spot on too. All right. Oof. All right, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, look, everybody in chat has probably seen this trick before, right? So we're going to have to do it. All right. So hold on. In my mind. Okay, so we start with this. Hold on, wait. Let me get real aces so I can model this correctly. Because I know the order of the aces, and then I just need to put them in the right order. Hang on. Please hold. Please hold. Please listen to my voice. Let me tell you all of the options before you press any keys. The options are... please wait. Please wait. The options are, don't leave. Please don't hang up. All right. Let's see here. Boom. All right. So, okay, this one. And then this one. Oh, okay. All right. I see what I did wrong here. Okay. Okay. All right. Where were we? Oh, yes. You saw nothing, says Shan. All right. Rusty Pants says, do. Press 1 for more options. Hold on. What theme were you intending there, Rusty Panda? Let me know. Okay, where was I? Oh man, I have these 4 cards, and they're very, very strange. They don't seem to say anything. Oh man, if only there was a magician that could tell us what this should spell. Oh, it was hold music. Okay. All right, but here's the interesting thing. If I can somehow get these cards to spell the name of a wonderful magician, who recently reached 1,000 followers. That would be amazing. But I'm not allowed to turn the cards face up like this because that's how regular people would turn the cards face up. So instead, we're going to need to turn the cards face up, but magically. And so, here, I'm going to hold the packet and give it a magical twist. That magical twist will reveal the first letter, C. All right. Now, I'm now going to hold the packet and give it another magical twist. And the C will turn itself face down. And hopefully the second letter, H. Yes, there we go. And then now if I hold the packet and give another magical twist, that will tell us the third letter, A. Cha. Wait, do we know a magician named Cha? I don't know if we know a magician named Cha. However, it might be tricky to get the fourth letter. So if we take a look, all of the cards are face down, but I need the fourth letter to come back up. So even if I gave it a twist, cha-cha-cha, says Gibson Lens. No, I don't think that's it. All right, here we go. Guys, do we know who this magician is? If you do, type their name into chat right now. I'll give you a second for the delay. Who is it? It is the magical... Oh, E-Room's got the emotes. Chan. There's our fourth N. C-H-A-N. Chan. Obi-Wan says, let me guess. N. All right, Obi-Wan has guessed it. Well done, Obi-Wan. And that, my friends, is Twisting the Chan. There we go. And if you didn't know, Chan is a keeper. Eh? Eh? No? Okay. That was a little bit slow. I triggered it and then I was like, wait for it. All right. Okay. Thank you kindly for the claps. Obi-Wan, Gibson Lens, E-Room, the Rusty Panda. All right, it's 10. New job. Gotta go. All right, the Rusty Panda. Have a good night. Sleep well. Thanks for stopping in. Good luck tomorrow, and hopefully everything goes well. So, thumbs up. All right, guys, and that was Twisting the Chan. All right. Well, that was cool. Already we have a couple theme tricks today. Sydney says, same here, Monday work day. All right, Sydney. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. Sleep well. And I don't know if it's a new job tomorrow, but even if it's the same old job, good luck. All right. Let's see. The key. Hold on. Did I? I thought I pinned. Oh. I thought I pinned the trick list, but maybe I didn't. All right. Here it is. Oh, maybe I didn't hit the thing to keep it there for more than 20 minutes. All right. There we go. Trick list is empty. If anybody wants to request anything, feel free. If anybody wants to chat about stuff, anybody wants to inspire me to come up with a new trick on the spot, that would work too. All right. In the interim, anyway, man, my week has been weird. So I've had pool trouble recently. I I have a pool in my backyard. It's summer, but it hasn't been hot. Well, it's not summer, but it's like it's been spring, but it should have been hot like last month, and it hasn't been hot. But I haven't been able to get my pool working or in swimmable condition because the chemicals were way off because I had to buy this thing called a chlorinator because the old one broke. This is not something that needs to get replaced every year, but I've had to replace it once a year for the last 2 years, which is stupid. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to trust this brand anymore. I tried a different brand. Unfortunately, there's very few people in this space, and so the brand, uh, I was like, oh, I have to get this one from Amazon. So, all right, screw it, get this one from Amazon. I get it, and it is not complete. It is missing parts, not just like any parts. It's missing like important parts to connect to the pool like pipes and pumps and everything. And I'm like, ugh. So I go through these hoops with Amazon and be like, okay, you have to go communicate with the manufacturer. And the manufacturer's like, all right, well, if it was a defect, then that would be us. But since you're missing parts, you have to go back to Amazon. I'm like, okay, Amazon, I need an exchange. And then they sent the exchange. I had to return it. And then I'm like, okay, cool. Open it up. At least it has all the parts. That's wonderful. um, I go to install it, and everything looks okay so far. I turn on the pump, and then it starts to leak. And I'm like, what the hell? This should not be leaking. It's brand new. It's leaking through there's a knob that basically tells how much chlorine to dispense into the pool. And so I'm like, it is leaking through the knob. That can't be good. And so I take a video, I send it to them. It takes forever for them to reply. I have to send 3 emails to the manufacturer because now this is officially a defect, right? And then my third one was like, okay, I don't look, if you can tell me how to fix it, I'll deal with that, and then that's fine. So I don't expect to hear back. And then I finally hear back from them, and they're like, here's how to fix it. I'm like, great. So I follow the instructions. I fixed the leak on the knob. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I was able to fix a thing. Following by the way, the instructions that come with these are pretty terrible. Their instructions, not that much better, but at least it was able to like guide me through it. Good news, I was able to fix the leak through the knob. However, there was another defect once I fixed the knob. There was another leak, but not through the knob. And so I'm here now thinking this thing was leaky the whole time. I just shored up one leak to reveal another leak. Basically, the knob leak was probably weaker, and so it was where the water was coming out before. But when I fixed that, it couldn't come out there, and it came out the other place that has a leak through the plug on the face. And I'm like, what the hell? Why is this? So I've sent them a message again, and as it turns out, I still haven't responded yet. And I'm like, too much of the pool season has been lost. I went to a store to pay for a brand new chlorinator. I was able to install it, and it works and it doesn't leak. But its cost is 3x the price of this alternate brand that I was trying. But it should not, and it was of the same brand that I originally stopped getting. I'm just like, this is so stupid. Anyway, sorry, I just had to get that off of my chest. Okay, let me do a trick. So again, uh, okay, look, we have 4 coins and we have 4 cards. I'm just going to use the letter cards. We're going to do the coin matrix now to get it out of the way. And to be fair, like I did it a couple times last week, I think, because people came in or they were like, "Hey, do you do more than card magic?" And I'm like, mostly card magic. So, but anyway, we're gonna make the coins teleport from corner to corner, like from here to there, on 3. 1, 2, 3, and from here to there, on 3, 3, and the last one, 1, 3. There you go. And let's see here. And then we'll just do the cardless version. Okay, so we've got our 4 coins here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We got 1, 2, 3 over here, one over there. 1, 2, 3. There you go. And then I've been doing phase 2 of this. It's a little bit trickier, I think. Okay. All right. So, boom, and then boom, and then 1, 2, 3. There we go. That, my friends, is the cardless version. Okay. There we go. Hopefully that still looked good. Hopefully it still looked fine. Okay. Boom, boom. Yeah, so last week was interesting, guys, because I did basically 20 tricks last week. It's pretty crazy. My average was like, for a 2-hour and 15-minute stream, was like somewhere between 13 and 15. So, although if I do the same trick again, I do count it again. So it's not like I did different tricks. Some of them were overlapped. All right. So, what's it everybody want to talk about? I know it's June. I'm tired. I'm kind of in a rambling mood. I was actually half thinking, do I want to stream tonight? And I'm like, I should stream. I don't stream that often. Also, if I didn't practice, then it's like, oh, what practice would I have gotten? But I actually did a couple of sessions for YouTube last night. So, not that I needed to. I don't release them right away. It's like one is coming out tomorrow, and then one is coming out like the following Monday on YouTube. So, but yeah. So let's see here. Today I went to the beach. I don't know if anybody saw. I put an Instagram selfie up. I was at a lake beach today. Hold on, let me see if we pull up a picture. I don't want to accidentally show any pictures of my kid or anything. Okay. All right, here we go. There I am. Ta-da! I'm at a beach. So yeah, took the family out to meet up with some friends there, and So my kid is not normally like a beach person. She hasn't been to the beach that often. Why is this not? Oh, it focused on the phone. Now it doesn't know how to focus on me. Nice one, says Eroom. Thanks. But it was super cool because I saw, and this I did not show yet, but there's a ton of seagulls, and I was able to just look up and take a picture, and here's a ton of seagulls. Uh, like all of those are individual seagulls that were just right above. It looked almost kind of like, if anybody's ever seen the movie The Birds, it was like seagulls. Not quite as scary, but yeah. And then there was like a playground near there, and then we went to our friend's house afterwards because they lived not too far away from the beach. So, or Birdemic. I have never seen Birdemic, but Gibson Lens, is Birdemic on your list, or is The Birds? Or no, you've seen The Birds, right? Obi-Wan says, "How far is the lake from the sea? How is there seagulls if in lake if there's no sea nearby?" I mean, this is a big lake, so it's one of the Great Lakes, so it's pretty big. Gibson says, "I've seen both." Oh, okay, all right. So, well, there you go. I don't think it's quite as scary as either one of those, but let's see here. I'm going to do a new trick, I think, right now. Hold on, let me make sure I am ready for it. Let's see, Gibson says, "Oh, that was inspired by the birds." Oh, okay, yes. And Obi-Wan says, one of the Great Lakes. Yeah, so it's a very big lake. So it's not just like hey, here's a lake and it's in somebody's backyard. Here's a lake. It's It spans two countries. So 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. I need 2 more. Oh wait. Did I? I'm an idiot. Right here. Okay. But yeah, I haven't watched any good movies in a while. All of your movie watching Gibson Lens kind of makes me want to watch movies, but and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I should watch movies. And I'm like, oh, nope, I should do this. I should do that. Oh, I have this thing coming up. Oh, my kid's birthday, or stuff like that. So, all right, we're gonna give this trick a try. This may not work, but that's okay. I won't share the name of this trick until next week. But it's basically going to be on my YouTube channel, not tomorrow, but the following week. So, all right. Let's see. So I've got 12 cards down here, 4 cards up here. These 12 cards are special. They're not regular cards. If I show you, they're all blank. So there we go. And these are the 4 queens. Okay, so here's what I want to do with these. I want to, with these 4 queens, actually, I'm going to leave them face down over here for a second. I'm going to go ahead and place 3 blank cards into several different piles over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave these like that. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and place a queen on top of each one of these piles. Like so. There's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. And then here's 4. But these queens are stealthy, and so they will be able to move from all of their piles to join together invisibly. See, look. They're moving right now. I don't know if you can tell. But now they have all officially moved. Because now, if I show you, there's no queens here or here. They're all here. And that, my friends, is also a brand new trick. I'm not going to name it yet. Shh. I think that went pretty well. What do you guys think? Let me know. Look good? Look cool? Eh? Huh? Feedback? Quality assurance tests? Seems okay. Thank you kindly for the claps, E-Room. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. E-Room says, "Look good to me too," or "Look good to me." Lol. Awesome. Thanks, E-Room. Appreciate it. All right. Cool. It's not usually that I do multiple new tricks and nail them. Obi-Wan says, "Great quality, top quality." Ah, yes. I've been calling quality things premium, so it's like, what is this fine pizza you have here? It's premium pizza. What do you have? What do you have there? Yes, this is premium sour cream. It's just regular sour cream. Uh, quick question, guys. If anybody has chips and dip, my question to you is sour cream by itself an acceptable dip for chips? Because I know that there's a lot of sour cream based dips, but they usually have flavor with like other flavors with them, or other flavors added. But is just having like tortilla chips and sour cream, is that acceptable? What do you guys think? Because to me, I feel like it needs a little something. It needs a little something else. You won't offend me if you are of the opposite and you're like, oh my god, it's delicious. I'm just taking. I want an informal poll, basically. Erum says all of the above. All right, thanks, Erum, for your vote of confidence. Let's see. Gibson says, I've never used plain sour cream as a dip. Okay. I guess my question here, Bert, is would you be offended from trying sour cream by itself as a dip? Or would you give it a try? I know it's just, if it hasn't come up before, then that's one thing, but I'm certainly of the advocate that yeah, it's worth trying, but even after I've tried it, I feel like it still needs something. It's not quite. Obi-Wan says Ibanez calls their made in Indonesia guitars premium guitars, and they made uh, and their made in Japan guitars prestige. Oh, and those guitars made anywhere else are just standard. Yes, Indonesian guitars premium, and then Japanese guitars prestige. Everything else garbage. No, sorry. Garbage guitars. Erum says I do sour cream and regular potato chips or wavy. So yummy. Gibson Land says I could try it, but yeah, it's probably not worth it without other flavors. Yeah, so like unless you truly love sour cream by itself, which to be fair, like I like a dab of sour cream here and there, but it's always mixed with something. I'm not just eating sour cream by itself. So I don't. I think that it needs something. But my wife, she just loves just chips and sour cream, and I'm like, honey, where'd the sour cream go? And it's like she literally just ate it with chips, and I'm like, what am I gonna put on with tacos tomorrow? It's like, so, ay ay ay. But I probably shouldn't be talking because I will oftentimes just enjoy potato chips by themselves. I like potato chips a lot, probably unhealthily. So, all right, hold on. Okay, I just had to check. I think I might have seen. I had to check to see if my kid is doing something. Okay, it's turning around in her bed. Nope. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So my kid's bed, let's pretend it's like vertical like this. My kid, so normally you would be laying like this in the bed that's like this. Right now, she is laying like this in this bed. She's like that. Eroom says, I'm eating potato chips right now. Just plain, no dip. Yeah, I mean, that's how I usually eat my potato chips too. So Gibson Lens says, I had sour cream today in my tacos. You know what we call those tacos? Premium tacos. Eroom says, I put sour cream and mac and cheese. Kicks it up a notch. Actually, Eroom, I don't know if you knew. I don't know if you've had beef stroganoff before, but the beef stroganoff sauce is a sour cream based sauce. So, um, yeah, yeah. So there you go. If you did not know. All right, I realize I haven't pulled out the Twitch deck too often, so I pulled out the Twitch deck. Yes, yum. All right, excellent. So pulling out the Twitch deck. I should also refer to the trick list and see what I haven't done in a while. But I've recently tried to put away all of my new decks of cards that I showed the last couple of streams. I've run out of space in the big box, so now I need more. I would like to offer that the plural of box should be boxen because of the word ox, and its plural is oxen. So if we're not going to allow oxes, we should allow boxen and foxen. English is stupid. All right. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was going to look at the trick list and see what I haven't done in a while. It's just occurred to me that I haven't solved the Rubik's Cube in 4 months according to this. So you know what? we should solve a Rubik's Cube right now. All right, here we are. So I've got to scramble this first. But yeah, the last good beef stroganoff I had was actually, I think I showed pictures of it on stream when I went to that Magic convention for a weekend back in January. There was this bar and restaurant like nearby, and I got a beef stroganoff, and it was actually a really, you know what, a very prestigious beef stroganoff. And then the bartender gave me a recommendation to go ahead and add some horseradish sauce because I'm like, oh, yeah, I like some heat, not too much. And he was like, okay, yeah, get it on the side and just add some. And I'm like, oh, and it kicks it up a notch. It's really good. So, but yeah, I have tacos probably more than I'd like to admit, but like I mostly cook it at home. So, and when you have leftover taco meat, it's like, well, what else do you do with taco meat? Oh, I mean, and I do it with other things. Like I'll add it to rice, I'll add it to um, pasta. But you know what? The simplest thing to do is just simply have more tacos. That's the that's what you do. Okay, I'm attempting to solve this now. I know when I tried to explain it the last few times, I mess up. So maybe if I just focus on doing it, I'll just be able to do it. But yeah, I would also feel embarrassed if I don't do this. But I guess so. I haven't tried to solve a cube in like 4 months, except I might have done it like a couple months ago once for just something random. But see if I let's hope I remember. That's that's what I hope here. Um, I originally put it on the trick list because I'm like, oh, this is like the one thing, and some people think it's cool. I think, but also to get practice so that if people get it, or if it's like the random request, right, that I'll get practice doing it. So I'm like, all right, I just literally need to do it once in a while. Let's see here. So, going back to the whole potato chip or just like chip discussion, does everybody have a favorite flavor or brand of potato chips? I'm curious to know because as a potato chip fan, I myself have been partial to Lay's sour cream and onions because the flavor is so good. It's kind of pricey though, so I only get it when it's on sale. But usually when it's on sale at the place that I buy it from is it's on sale for like weeks, so I'll get like a few batches. But otherwise, I'll like just um, standard potato chips, usually Riffles or Wavy, depending on like the brand. Let's see. eRoom says Lay's regular. Okay, Lay's regular, not wavy, just like from the yellow bag. Both. Yum. All right, excellent. Let's see. Oh, okay, I don't want to mess up this part, so. Oh, almost done. Okay. Boom, boom. I can finish this up and then I can talk about potato chips. All right, I've solved it. Ta-da. There we go. So let's see. I like Cape Cod chips. So like the standard Cape Cod flavor. And then there's one flavor that I like of theirs. It's the white cheddar. And I think it's white cheddar sour cream. Thanks for the emoji room. But the thing is, there's a regular version of that flavor for Cape Cod and a 40% fat-free version. And the thing is, you would think that perhaps not the fat-free version tastes better, but they taste. First of all, they taste different, and the one that's 40% fat-free tastes better. And I've tried them both, and I'm like, why does this not taste as good? And I'm like, The only difference is this is not the 40% fat-free flavor. I'm like, oh, I like the other one. Let's see. If anybody has the brand Utz, it's like UTZ Utz potato chips. I like the wavy, or I think they call it the ruffle or the riffle. It's I think the ruffle, right? South Detroit. Welcome in. How's it going? There's a house brand here called President's Choice. They have a flavor called Loads of Sour Cream and Onion. Very good. Need to wash your hands after. There's so much flavor stuff on them. Yo, you know that that's when they pack on the flavor. Probably not good for you, but delicious. So they are less than half the price of the regular big brand. I also like cheddar and bacon flavor. Oh, I've had some that are like cheddar bacon flavor or just like bacon flavor, and some of them are done really well. So I don't think I have President's Choice near where I am, but my local supermarket has chips that are like local supermarket brand, and they're pretty good. So I don't if anybody has heard of like the supermarket chain Wegmans, and so they have loads of flavors. There's sour cream and onion. There's this one that's kind of unique because I don't see too many other people going for it, but it's um, buffalo buffalo and blue cheese flavored potato chips. And I'm like, oh man, it has some ingredients that I oppose, but I will get it occasionally because I'm like, I like this, and it's a little spicy. As far as I can tell, I think the only other ones that I've seen, like Anchor Bar, has like a brand of chips that is like spicy, that is flavored like spicy wings. So, but yeah, that's not for a lack of spicy chips because there are spicy chips. It's just I don't know how many are buffalo flavored, even though I feel like it's like a popular flavor. South Detroit says, "Does Lay's in your country do the flavors of Nations chips?" Um, I have occasionally seen some international versions of Lay's, but they're not going to be at my local supermarket. I have to go to either specialty like international markets here to acquire them, but I have seen them. So, for example, there is an Indian food store that I'll frequent to get like spices and rice, basically. And when I'm walking through there and I'm like, oh, dude, and I see like a dozen different flavors of Lay's chips, and I've only gotten like a couple of them, and they're like just like souped up. Like I had a tomato version, like a tomato chip version, and I'm like, wow, this tastes kind of like tomato soup on a chip, and I'm like, it's pretty good. But um, yeah, they're kind of tougher to find here, but we like you can find them. Um, Eroom says years ago, Charles chips in a can were the best ones. They delivered them to your house like an old school milkman. They were so good. I've never had. Oh, wait, Charlie's chips in a tin. I've had them. Are they kettle cooked? I think like they're extra crunchy. I think I've had those actually. They are really good. I've had one. I have a tin, or at least I had a tin. We might have donated it or something. I'm trying to see if it's still in my basement, but it was the can that I had. It was like a yellow can, right? E-room, maybe kettle nowadays. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Um, There was this old brand of chips that I liked, and it was only from New Hampshire, and it was called Try Some potato chips, but Try Some was spelled this way: Trisum. Try Some. Um, and the reason why, so it tasted delicious, and I think it was cooked in like animal fat, um, because the was it the saturated fat was like through the roof, but it was delicious as hell. I was like, oh man. Detroit, South Detroit says chips in a can sound cool. Yeah, Canada is apparently famous for ketchup flavored chips. I get them once in a while for a change. Ah, okay. I think I've had some ketchup flavored chips. I'm not like a fan because it. So depending on how accurate it is, and I'm like, oh, this is not appealing because I don't want like the ketchup like vinegary tomatoey flavor to overpower the potato. But if it's done well, I can appreciate that. With a brown logo says E-room. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna look up the thing for Charlie's Chips really quick. And Charlie's Chips. Okay. Yes. Yes, I've had Charlie's chips before. That is so. Yep. All right. Let's see here. Let's prep this one as the next trick. But yeah, I have this unfortunate love of potato chips. I love them. I know I shouldn't have them, but such is life. Okay. All right. Let's see if I remember how to do this one. All right. So we've got a king of hearts, king of. Actually, wait. So I'm going to introduce them this way: king of spades, king of diamonds, king of clubs, king of hearts. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We have, let's see. Okay, we have 4 cards, and if I just hold the cards and I just shake them like this, 1 card will melt from the 3 side and just jump over to the 2 side. I don't know if you see the moment that it happens, but it has just happened. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Okay. But if you think that I can't do it again, that's okay. We're going to do it again. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to go ahead and so I'm going to have it jump from one side to the other side. I don't know, you just saw the moment that it happened, but look, there's now 3 over here and 1 over there. Cool, right? Super cool. All right. Okay, so actually, here's what I want to do. I've got this here, and what I'm going to do is, actually, you would think that perhaps I wanted to do this trick not with the kings instead, but with the aces. And so I don't know if I could just change them right now if you would mind. If I don't know if you could tell, but now all these kings are all aces. And that, my friends, is my version of the invisible hands. Thank you for the emotes. E-Room for the nice, nice, nice. South Detroit says, wow, that is cool. Thanks, South Detroit. And E-Room, thank you kindly for the claps. Yeah, so that's super visual, and I like doing that. Like for if there's like a bunch of people in real life, it doesn't have to be crazy, but like when you do the shaking, it's so visual. It's like whoa, and they could be standing like right in between. It's like hey. Let's see here. Oh, Charlie, thanks for the request. Greatly appreciate it. Charlie has requested Aria. And actually, conveniently, I'll use the aces, and the aces are already there. So. All right. But anyway, oh, South Detroit, I know that you jumped into the potato chip conversation right away, but I don't know if I said hi. Hi, welcome back. How's it going to South Detroit? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a good weekend. All right. Okay, next up we have Arya. So here we have 4 aces. I'm going to leave them all out here like this. South Detroit says, thanks. Yes, all good. Awesome. Good to hear. I'm going to turn all of the aces face down. And then what we will do is I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each one of these. So like so. All right, here's what we're going to do. So this first ace, we are going to go ahead and place it in amongst these, and I'm going to place it kind of near the bottom of the deck, like so. So I'm going to lose, that was the ace of diamonds down there. Okay, here we have the ace of clubs, so I'm going to go ahead and place it in amongst these cards. We're going to lose that kind of into the middle of the deck, like this. And then we have the ace of hearts. Let's go ahead and place that into here and kind of put it near the top but not too close to the top. And then finally we have the ace of spades. And I know that when Charlie requests a trick, if I can, I'll try and use Charlie's card. I know sometimes I kind of almost take for granted that Charlie's usually here, so sometimes I don't use the card, but I try to be good about it sometimes. And so, all right, so here's what we're going to do though. Instead of placing the ace amongst that and losing it in the deck, I'm just going to go ahead and make this jump 1, 2, and 3. Wait, I don't think I did it that right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you saw it, but look, actually all of the aces have jumped back up to the top of the deck. And they were all signed, so there's no other aces in the deck. So that, my friends, is Aria. All right. Whew. Thank you kindly for the clap, South Detroit. Thank you kindly for that request, Charlie. All right. Oh yeah, let me see if I can do this on stream without messing it up right now. Charlie's Beats is the Charlie's Beats. Thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the resub for 27 months. Okay, hold on. All right, I waited for the emotes to clear. Here we go. Can I do this without messing it up? Did that look okay? I think they looked okay. I mean, otherwise it looks sus. I mean, it looks sus now, but... All right, let me see if I can change it back. Anyway, Charlie's Beats, the facilitator of creating this trick. There we go. That one looked good, I think. And then... Oh, yeah, there we go. That one looked good. Okay, one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey! What happened there? All right. Charlie's Beats, thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. 27 months. Thank you so much. Long time support. Greatly appreciate it. So Detroit says, "What?" I hope that was very genuine to your actual response, to your actual reaction there, South Detroit. Thank you for the emotes. Gibson Lens, Charlie's Beats, E-Room. Yeah, love. Wait, you love the sus to not sus, or like the sus to the fish? All good, all good. So I know that some of you guys have seen like some of these tricks before, but like if I can surprise you and keep you on your toes, you know, if you just randomly see a fish sometimes, like. So let's see. I think I'd mentioned last weekend I took my kid to 4 different playgrounds, but it was like a rainy day on Saturday. And the one thing that I wanted to mention that I didn't was that, first of all, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy advice is correct. You should always bring your towel because you have no idea how useful it'll be. And for a playground after a rainy day, you can wipe swing seats, you can wipe slides, the kid can slide down on the towel, like perfect. Also, another really surreal moment was I took her to a playground that we don't normally go to. And when I got there, we were swinging. And then 2 other dads with their kids also came over to the swings and started swinging. and then all three of us as dads, and the moms weren't like anywhere to be seen, or even there. We were all looking at each other as like, "Hey, this doesn't normally happen, right? I usually see more moms when there's a bunch of kids swinging," and all three of us were commiserating, being like, "Yeah, we're the dads that took our kids out to the playground." It's like, and then we started chatting, and it's just a fun time. So, uh, all right, let's see here. That I've done. Yeah, I hadn't done that in a while. Okay, let's do this one. So this one is a 3-monther. Okay, let's see. I have a deck. Here's all of the cards except for 4 of them. Here's 4 of them. These 4 are going to be our helpers, the aces, uh, and so, but we're going to leave those off to the side for a second. We're going to need a selection. You can say stop anywhere, but let's pretend somebody stops here. So the 7 of diamonds is our selection. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and grab the 7 of diamonds, place it here. And now we're going to use our helpers. So here, let me just go ahead and I'm going to turn these face down over here. And here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to wave my hand over these cards. 1, 2, and I don't know if you can tell, but 3. I don't know if you knew, but now all 4 of those cards have become 1 card. And you know that card that we place here? If I spread, that's become 4 cards. And I don't know if you know, but these 4 cards are our 4 helpers, the 4 aces, and the 1 card is our 7 of diamonds. Woo, and that's 441 switch. All right, let's see here. Boom. Okay, cool. Kit Kat Gad. Welcome in, Kit Kat Gad. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Is that a whoa emote or? Thank you kindly for the claps. E-room, Charlie's Beats. Going well, says Kit Kat Gad. South Detroit says, well done. Last week you showed some different decks. Is that deck you're using like a regular deck of cards you can buy? Good question, South Detroit, and I'll answer that in a second. Mind blown, says Kit Kat Cat. Thank you for the mind blown. So, long story short, this is actually not a deck that you can purchase because this deck is TwitchCon exclusive from TwitchCon Las Vegas 2023. So if you guys didn't know, I actually attended TwitchCon back in 2023 when it was in Vegas. It was my first TwitchCon, and so far the only one I've attended. But I actually, I don't know, is it volunteered to create content for that? And what I did was I put together an interactive workshop for basically what I do. So it was basically to show some tricks, teach some tricks, and try and inspire other people to do magic streaming on Twitch. And so this is just the TwitchCon deck from 2023. I've got some copies of this because as part of the thanks, besides getting a free badge to the convention, I still had to pay for everything else. Like I had to pay for hotel, meals, transportation, and stuff like that. But it was me and Gibson Lens and the Rusty Panda. The 3 of us were putting on this panel, and we all 3 of us got admission, and yeah, so that was basically the deck. And so this was so they actually worked with me So they had their Twitch designers design the deck and went back and forth a little bit with me, and they were like, here's like what we wanted to look like, and I just had a couple requirements, basically having it be like one directional. If you look both ways, it's going to be exactly the same, and like the margin on the borders and stuff. But other than that, like yeah. So how many magicians are on Twitch? Kit Kat Gad, there's actually not that many that we know of. But actually, if you want to follow all of them, you can. There's only like four of us that we know of. If you go to this link tree, there's me, and then the other one that you've probably seen in this chat before is Chan the Magic Man. And then there's two others, actually one of which maybe may not be doing as much on Twitch now, but he used to do regular Twitch streams like all the time. But he like got married, he had a baby, and he still is like a gigging magician, has like 6 or 7 gigs like daily on the weekends or whatever. Um, but yeah, you can find all of them there. So there's me. Actually, hold on, let me hop up here for this. So yeah, there's me. There's Chan the Magic Man. And then there's InfoXZar. His name's Jack, and he is probably the most uh, prominent magician on Twitch because he has 3 magic streams a week. So like I consider him like the godfather of Magic Twitch because he's I think been doing it way longer than all of us. So definitely give InfoXZar a follow. InfoXZar. But yeah, he does 3 magic streams a week, and he does all sorts of different stuff. So like here, I just do sleight of hand card magic mostly, and he will do magic with cards, with coins, with fire. He can also solve a Rubik's cube, and he brings on random different things. He also has theme nights, so like he'll change up the tricks for different themes and stuff. So definitely give Infozar a follow, and then um, Hallowthorn is the Hallowthorn. Oh crap! I forgot how to spell it. Oh wait. Do I have the? I forgot all my commands too. Okay, yeah, Hallowthorn. With I was like, do I spell it with an E? So yeah, Hallowthorn is a Singaporean magician, but he's the one that got married, had a kid, and still is a gigging magician. But he's in Singapore, so whether the time zones would allow. And then of course we have our Chan the Magic Man. Chan the Magic Man just hit 1,000 followers, and he does Magic Mondays on Mondays. So he mostly does sleight of hand card magic as well. So yeah, follow it. Although I don't know who would be kinder than you. I mean, look, all the guys, and even some of the people that we know a few other people that have done magic on Twitch, but they don't have like a regular magic stream. So we just we just want more people to to do that. But yeah, I would say I am probably the most casual. Like I almost feel like this is just like a hangout. Like I'm not doing it. Infos are sometimes I think makes it look like a show. Hallowthorn is a professional, so like all of his tricks are amazing. So Chan and I are probably like the casual, you know. But yeah, so give us all a check. So coolest thing when I went to TwitchCon, this TwitchCon, the Rusty Panda made T-shirts for us and said, "Ask me about Magic Twitch," and we had a QR code that linked to that a link tree that linked to the four of us. So I was like, "Yeah, represent." And now that I have that shirt, I've worn it to a bunch of Magic events, and people have asked me, "What's Magic Twitch?" So I got a chance to talk about Magic Twitch. So there we go. Anyway, sorry, there's a trick in the queue. I should probably do it. But anyway, all right. So first things first, I'm going to cut the deck into about two roughly equal halves. They don't have to be exactly equal, but for this first packet, let's go ahead and have a selection. And if anybody is on desktop, actually, Charlie, if you were there, if you are on desktop, if you would like to select one of these cards, feel free to click directly on one. Gibson Len says, it was odd when we saw Infozar wearing a t-shirt. Oh yeah, so Infozar wearing a t-shirt is weird because Infozar normally wears like a nice like dress up get up for his streams. So all right. Here we go. So this is the selection. It doesn't matter that I see it. This is not that kind of trick. So we're going to flip that over and show you. It is the 10 of hearts. Okay, I'm going to leave it facing up in this face down pile. So you'll be able to see it right here, right? So 10 of hearts, okay? Okay, and then next we're gonna need another selection from here. If anybody wants to type 10 of hearts or something to remember in chat, go ahead. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna need another select. Actually, I should probably clear this one before. Hold on. Wait. Delicious. Okay. All right. If anybody would like to click directly on, oh, Charlie, thanks for the 10 of hearts in chat. So remember, go ahead and click on another one. Somebody. Ooh, oh, that one's moving. Okay, it looks like here. All right. So this is the next selection. Once again, it doesn't matter that I know what it is. Okay, so that's the 2 of clubs. Example, Mike2600, friend of ours of the stream, he is also a streamer, but he is also a magician, but he normally streams music. He's a DJ. So there you go. All right, once again, I'm going to go ahead and place this into the middle of the packet. So it is a face-up card, the 2 of clubs, in a face-down packet. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do something quite radical. I'm going to turn one of these face up and leave the other face down, and we're going to shuffle them into each other. So here we go. Like so. And you can tell that I'm not doing any funny moves because as I do this, I'm going to go ahead and push them in like this. So you will see them going into each other. I just realized if I said that out of context. All right, okay. So now we can just give this a couple of cuts here, and we may cut at really weird points, and let's do one more cut. Boom, okay. So I should probably eat this heat map over here. Delicious. Thanks for the heat map, guys. All right. So how do we fix this mess? Well, I could manually go about taking every single card out, turning it all facing the same direction, put them back together. Or I can use magic. So here we go. Magic. I'm gonna choose magic if that part wasn't clear. Magic. Or actually, what's I think the Spanish word for magic, magia. Actually, does anybody else know different words for magic in different languages? That would be cool. I should probably incorporate that if I knew. But anyway, I don't know if you can tell, but actually every single card has been fixed now. Every single card except for 2. There's actually 2 cards, and what were they? I think they were the 10 of hearts and the 2 of clubs, right? There's our 10 of hearts. And there is our 2 of clubs. And that, my friends, is Triumph Squared. It is a modification of a trick called Triumph, which is a classic trick of magic where you're shuffling face up into face down cards. But there's only one card that usually reveals. But so the squared version is a magician's handling where there's 2. So there you go. If you did not know, a little card magic history too. So there you go. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, E-Room, thanks for the emotes, Kit Kat Gad, and Charlie's Beats. And thanks for the claps, South Detroit. Hopefully you guys like that. But yeah, a lot of so I was watching not watching, I was like looking at a bunch of like magician memes. And so first of all, anybody who loves memes, I think most of us, if not all of us, love memes to some extent. But like, you know that there's some of those memes that like tap directly into a topic that you love, that you know all of the things about, and it's like, yo, this is hilarious because you know all the inside jokes. So like, I saw this meme the other day. It's like regular people, card tricks, and then like magicians, and then it listed all of the families of different like card tricks. So like most of the card tricks that I learn now, I'll see, oh, okay, this is like a combination of this and that, and it's like, okay, so I know all of the stuff that's like related to that. And so I'm like, ah, that's funny because it's so true. Like, Kit Kat Gad asks, when did you pick this up? So I picked up getting into Magic in 2019. So 6 years. I've been streaming for 2.5, 3 years now, almost. I don't even remember. Well, so hold on. I did TwitchCon in 2023, so it was at least 2 years ago. So I started streaming 2022. So I started streaming when I was doing Magic for 3 years. Um, but lol. So yeah, it's. I would say that my streams have changed only in that I I think I messed up a lot more back then, but I still had a pretty good, I think, um, like statistics. I think if I go back and actually look at how many boss tricks I had and how many times I messed up on stream versus like now, it's maybe about the same, or maybe I'm doing a little bit better now. But for the most part, like I think the fact that I use stream as like this is like a hangout. This is like my practice time. This is like hang out with you guys. This is for my sanity, get to hang out with people, like kind of. But like the fact that I use it for practice, it's like it's helped keep my card magic sharp because I don't know if I would be this sharp if I didn't do both this and YouTube. So like all of my performance is basically to a camera. But full disclosure, it pays off because I've done tricks for like people in real life and I nail them. I almost never, I don't want to say almost never, but like, and let me knock on wood, but I almost never mess up like in real life. And when I do, I know how to recover. And that's a testament to stream because I messed up on stream. And I'm like, how do I recover from this mess up on stream? So yeah, that's basically what it is. So yeah, I picked up learning card magic in 2019. Well, just Magic in general, and then I finally realized I just wanted to focus on card Magic in 2020. And yeah, so when I was ready to show people how to like show people magic tricks, 2020 happened, and then there was no place to go. Like I couldn't go to like a bar or a restaurant or anything because everything was closed down. I'm like, who the hell do I show magic to? And here's the kicker. My wife hates magic. So if she had liked magic, maybe I wouldn't be where I am today where I'm streaming and doing YouTube videos because I would just show my wife and then maybe I'd be happy with that. But because she was not, I'm like, "Oh, I have to show other people." And so here I am. So, yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where I would be if I could just show my wife magic and then like she liked it. I don't know. All right. So, all right, let's keep the regular set polished. All right, let's have a card selected. If anybody wants to select a card, you can name it in chat or you can click directly on the screen. Feel free. Those of you who have seen the ambitious card routine before, you know what it is. Those of you who haven't, well, actually, you know what? I'll end this one the fancy way this time. I'll end it the fancy way. All right, so it looks like there's a heat map on the 6 of spades, right? I think. And then I see another one moving around, but it's jumping around too much. Do we want to save this one for the next trick? So is that the 5 of spades? Okay. All right. All right, we're going to start. Yep, says eRoom. Okay, cool. Here, we're going to start with the 6 of spades. So I'm going to go ahead and place that in the middle of the deck here. And we're going to make that jump from the middle back up to the top. Actually, this is a little distracting. Let me grab these heat maps here. Oh no, I can't I can't click and use both hands. I have to swipe it. Delicious. Okay. All right. Okay, where was I? Oh yes, we just made the 6 of spades jump back up to the top. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to place it into the middle of the deck like this. If I snap, it should come back up from the middle back up to the top. 6 of spades. Now, importantly, I'm really going to put it in the middle of the deck, and you'll see that it's not on the top. That's some other card. That's a club. But look, if I snap, that will bring the 6 of spades from the middle back up to the top. I know it's super weird, but You might think the magicians are fooling you. And to that, I would say, yes, you're right, because we are. That's what we do. This could be signed. It's currently not signed, but it could be. Uh, but I'm going to go ahead and place the 6 of spades into the middle of this packet. I'm going to grab this packet and place it into the middle of this packet. Importantly, it's not hiding on the top. It's not hiding on the bottom. But E-Room's hiding on the bottom. There you go, E-Room. That's where E-Room would hide, guys. You didn't know. But look, now if I snap, that will bring the 6 of spades back up to the top. Now, that's normally where I would end the trick, but we're going to end fancy right now. So look, I'm going to go ahead and give this, I'm going to put a bend into the 6 of spades. So you'll know, so you know the 6 of spades is getting bent. And you'll know where the 6 of spades is because you'll see the bend in it, right? And so, yeah, it's right there. I'm going to go ahead and hide that in the middle of the deck. And you'll see the very moment that it goes from the middle up to the top, because when I snap, you'll see the bend. I don't know if you saw it jump up, but look. And now if I show you, there's our 6 of spades. And it could be signed as well. So there you go. All right, I'm going to have to come up with something for this, so give me a second. We'll take a break for a little bit. We'll also let people digest that trick. South Detroit says, effect was perfect. Oh, thank you kindly, South Detroit. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, so sometimes I get questions like, oh, is it hard to be a magician? And like, so the long and short of it is anybody can be a magician. Anybody who wants to be a magician, you can be a magician, right? Like, thank you for the thank you for the sound alerts, E-Room for the applause, and Japatina, welcome in. How's it going? And thank you for the applause. Thank you kind of for the claps, E-Room and Charlie's Beats. And thank you once again. Thanks for the perfect effect. Thank you. So yeah, anybody can be a magician. The thing is, it's like if you want to be a cheap magician, you have to have more skills. But if you have lots of money to throw at the problem, you don't have to be as good. You can just buy things that will help you. So yeah, that's kind of like what it comes down to. Like if you want to put in more time and effort, you can make things look more like magic, and they are literally just a regular deck of cards. Like pretty much most of what I use here are regular decks of cards, and like if I use weird cards, it's because I want to use blank cards or something. Not completely necessary, but it works perfectly fine. But there are things like card tricks where it's like mostly math based, so you just have to remember an algorithm. You don't have to do anything tricky or sneaky. There are tricks where there's self-working tricks, like whether you get out of like the realm of card magic, you can just buy tricks and it's like, do this thing. Hey, look, it's perfect. Like Kit Kat Gad says, my friend is moving to Buffalo with his magic collection. Kit Kat Gad, your friend is moving closer to me. Buffalo's only an hour drive away. South Detroit says, kind of like the engineer triangle of good, fast, and cheap. Pick two. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yep. If it's good and fast, it isn't cheap. If it's good and cheap, it isn't fast. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, and if it's cheap and fast, it isn't good. Yep, that's exactly it. So, absolutely. So, I mean, the thing is, yeah, you could have all three. You just have to put in time and effort and money, right? So, or actually, no, wait, because then if you put in money, that wouldn't be cheap. Never mind. So, it just. Thank you kindly for the heat map over here. Delicious. Okay. Okay, where was I? Oh, yes. Okay, so we have the 5 of spades. Actually, let me do a trick. I've been kind of practicing this one, and I haven't really done anything with it yet. So first things first, I'm going to have these 2 red queens. We are going to have them make a prediction, and the prediction is this card. I'm not going to show you what it is because it's a prediction, and hopefully we'll have it matched by the end, but Importantly, the selection has already been made, the 5 of spades, whoever chose that from the last trick. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and cut those queens here into the middle of the deck. And importantly, so right now, there is a prediction in between them. But we can completely mess that up if we want, because what we're going to do is we're also going to give it a shuffle. So now there could be one or more cards in between those 2 red queens. Okay, so however, at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, once again, this 5 of spades could also be signed. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this into the middle of the deck, okay? Like this. Strangely enough, it cut to its mate, the 5 of clubs. That's purely coincidental, or is it? Shh. Anyway. But what I do want to show you is that without doing any other funny moves, we're going to have those 2 queens show you the prediction that it made. So remember, our card was the 5 of spades, and we just talked about mates, but wait, that was the 5 of clubs, so there's no possible way that this could be either the 5 of spades or the 5 of clubs, right? But what if I told you that there is a way, and that the prediction in between the 2 red queens was the 5 of spades? What? What? Super weird, right? Super weird. Full disclosure, that's actually a new trick too. I haven't even recorded that for YouTube, but I've been kind of practicing it a little bit on and off. So I'm probably going to record it next for next week. No, not next week, 2 weeks from now. Thank you kindly for the clap. South Detroit E-Room. Nice, nice, nice. Excellent. There's another trick. I'm feeling risky, so I want to try it right now. But let's see if I can remember how to do it as well. But we'll leave all the cards out that we chose. So we're going to leave the 2 red queens here like this, and then we're going to go ahead and put the 5 of spades. The 5 of spades is the selection here into the middle of the deck, okay? All right, so here's what we're going to do. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and place the 2 red queens into the middle of the deck like this, okay? Now, what if I could make the 5 of spades go in between the 2 red queens? Pretty impressive, right? So here, we're just going to go ahead and do that. 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if you saw, but it has happened. Not only did it get in there, but actually every single card is now between the 2 red queens. So just by sheer statistics, the 5 of spades is absolutely in between the 2 red queens. I know, okay, maybe that's not impressive. All right, that's fine. That's not impressive. I know, I'm sorry. Because look, if we just go through the deck, we'll find that the 5 of spades, where's the 5 of spades? Right here. Okay, the 5 of spades is actually over here. All right, and so, but, right, so the 5 of spades is right there. There's no way that that 5 of spades is going to be able to get in between the 2 red queens if I was to do it like legit, right? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and this is probably how it should look before, but, and now if we take a look, there's actually only one card in between the 2 red queens. And actually, if I show you now, that is the 5 of spades. Kit Kat Gat says, flabbergasted. And South Detroit says, come on! I assume that that's the level of surprise. Come on! Let's see. Hold on, I just did a a magician trick off menu. So I like to get the statistics for just doing random tricks there. So thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats. Oh yeah, if anybody would like to sign a card, we have multiple ways to sign a card. Help support the stream. So there you go. If anybody's curious or wants to, up to you. No obligation. But if you end up coming back and you request tricks, I'll try and use your card if possible. Like if it's a trick that, you know, does not require like special, like blank cards or something, I'll try and use it. South Detroit says, very well done. Thank you kindly, South Detroit. So yeah, I've been doing Magic since 2019, so that's like 6 years now. So I would say that's a fair amount of time. You know, I put in a lot of practice throughout those years. So it has become so. Before my old hobbies, I still have them, but like Magic has kind of become my new like primary hobby. So my previous hobbies between like video games, I still play video games. Card games and board games, I still play board games when I can. I don't get as many board games in. Other previous hobbies, solving Rubik's Cubes. I solved one earlier today. Previous hobby, lock picking, which is really hard to broach in certain areas. But actually, funny story. There was a Memorial Day sale for one of the big lockpicking sites, and I was like, "Oh, they're having a Memorial Day sale." So I actually bought some lockpicking stuff for the first time in like 7 years or something. Kit Kat Gad says, hobbies are the best. Board games are mine. Oh, awesome, Kit Kat Gad. Yeah, I love board games. So prior to me doing Magic on YouTube, I actually did board game and card game tutorials and strategy segments. So, like, if you go to my YouTube channel and go back in time, you'll see, like, I did a tutorial for Android Netrunner card game. You'll see that I did a tutorial for Dominion, like the card game, board game, deck building game. And I did like strategy segments for Dominion, and like a bunch of two-player abstracts. So like Quarto, Corridor, that kind of thing. So Kit Gad says, "Oh, okay. So you and my friend need to be friends. He was in the lockpicking community here. Yo, that's so awesome." Going off tangent a bit, the Royal Canadian Mint just released a new coin in the shape of a diamond-shaped heart. Oh, that's awesome. I guess they are incredibly hard to mint. Oh, because the coin is actually in the shape of a heart. It won't be in circulation. They're only selling gold and silver versions through the mint. Oh, that's crazy. Can I buy things from the Canadian Mint? I would hope I can. Canadian Mint from the Royal Mint. Mint.ca. That seems like the right site. Oh my God, they have like a new B coin that's pure silver, and it is in the shape of a hex. That's insane. That's kind of cool. Yes, it's like 3D. It is cool. Yes, I'm sure. Loving that. Oh man, that's crazy. All right. Okay, let's see here. Thank you for the request, Charlie's Beats. There's a trick called Perfect Pair. Actually, I don't have to prepare for that, right? Yeah, I don't have to do anything. All right, so you know what I'm gonna be doing after stream? Looking at the Canadian Mint website and seeing if I can get any weird shaped coins, because I think that would be cool. Although if they're completely silver, they might be a little too expensive for me to get just for like a novelty, but all right. Okay, so first things first, I have the whole deck right here, and I need to make a prediction. So we're going to make a prediction. Oh, actually, I do need to remove the jokers because that'll mess up this trick if a joker happens to get selected. So, okay, let me see. What do I want to do here? You know what? I think I found my prediction. So here's the prediction. Okay, next I need a card selected. So, if anybody in chat would like to select a card, select one of these cards. Now, before I proceed with the trick, but after the card is selected. So it looks like it's going to be this one, we'll give this person a chance. If you would like to change your mind, you are able to. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Oh, they did. All right. So it is now, I think it's this one over here. Okay, I think it's that one. Now, I have to tell you what a mate is in card magic. And so, let's pretend that a card that I predicted, let's say, was the Nine of Hearts. It's obviously not because the Nine of Hearts is right here. But if it is, then the mate to this would be the other nine that's red, and of the other suits would be the Nine of Diamonds, right? And so, now here's the thing. Here's the card that you selected. So we're going to take that. Okay. And I just want to show you the card that I selected. Okay. So the card that I selected was this card, the Nine of Clubs. Okay. Now, in order for the mate to be correct, is it would have to be the other nine that's black. So 9 and the other suit of spades. What are the odds that you guys selected the 9 of spades? Here, let me show you. 9 of spades. And that, my friends, is a perfect pair of black nines. Oh wait, I missed. Delicious. Thanks for those heat maps, guys. Okay, I think I'm muted for that slight cough. All right, so I'm thinking about ending stream in like the next 15 minutes or so. So if anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Here's the trick list. So this is last call. And then, of course, we'll do a finale if we don't get anything. But yep, it's going to be Monday. Well, actually, technically it's Monday because it's past midnight here. So it's Monday. I work tomorrow. So, but yeah. So coming into stream, I was a little tired. I did wake up a little bit early to go do the beach trip with the family and meet up with our friends and stuff. But I was like, okay. Kit Kat Gad says 78 tricks. What do you mean? Oh, in my trick list? Yeah, that you can request at any given time. Let me see. Is there 78? I thought there was. I know there was like more than 70, but 78. Okay. Well, one of them isn't magic. One of them is the Rubik's cube. So 77 magic tricks and like one Rubik's cube. Oh, actually, Magician's Choice. So that's 70. So 76 of them are tricks, and then Magician's Choice is kind of like the catch-all for all the tricks that are not on the list that I do. So, but yes, Kit Kat Gad. Yes, if you would like to request any of those, I should be able to do most of them off the top. There's a couple sometimes where like I forget to do, but like for the most part, I think I have more than like a 90% like remembering as far as like doing them. So South Detroit says, "Do you name the tricks?" I don't name these tricks. These are usually tricks that are created. So actually, what I do, if you look in the trick list, there's like a creator name as well. And so if you wanted, if you were a magician and you cared about like the trick, Restless Lady. Okay, yeah, I can put Restless Lady in the queue. So we can do that one. But yeah, no, I don't name these tricks. These aren't my tricks. I mostly learn tricks that other people put together. There's a couple of tricks that I've kind of put together. One original one that I absolutely can say is mine is the Fantastic Four card trick. So if you request Fantastic Four, then that's like, I would say that's an original of mine. So South Detroit says, got it. Oh, so you put together one and you can name it. Oh, yeah, yeah. So if we create a trick, I mean, we can name it ourselves, of course. We do what we like. It's kind of a little iffy as like how much of it you take from somebody else's trick and whether it's like just a rename or re-theme or reskin versus actually adding something like brand new or whatever. So it's kind of once you get into it, it's like it's hard. So first of all, because Magic's a little bit secretive, it's really hard to like correctly attribute all the time, and so it makes it a little bit tough. But okay, let me prep for the Restless Lady, and then we'll go from there. Let's see. Kit Kat Gat says, "Oh, I can tell you, the scam baiting community was very happy with your show a week or so ago, and we're still talking about Kit Kat Gat. I'm so happy to hear that because, yeah, so as I said, I'm also I'm a software engineer, and I know a little bit about some of that. Not necessarily scam baiting specifically, but like right now I work in software where we're trying to validate like valid payments and prevent fraud and that kind of thing. So it's like that, and I hate like people getting screwed over too. So it's like those kinds of stories like are heartbreaking, but like it's so cool to see like scam baiters like doing their thing, actually wasting cyber criminals or fraudsters time to like potentially save somebody else from the hassle, right? So I love that about the community. So South Detroit says, I can confirm what Kit Kat said. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Thank you. Thanks for telling me that. That actually made me feel really good about my night. So all right. So let me. Okay, I just need to find one more. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, if anybody's been sitting around for a while and you have not hydrated, please feel free to hydrate. Yeah, there's some people who say that doing magic is arguably one of the most honest professions because literally you were paid to lie to people, and the people who are coming to see you know that you are going to lie to them. And you know what? They are both expecting it and want it to happen. And at the end, nobody gets hurt, nobody gets scammed. There's a huge reason why like magic was really kind of like politically iffy in the past was because people would use it as a means to scam people out of money. So if you've ever heard of like Penn and Teller talking about like the roots of magic, right? It was used for witchcraft and seances and to take money away from people that are in a very vulnerable position. Like, hey, they might want to hear things from like their loved one that has passed away, right? And that's kind of like what some of these tricks were used for in the past. And so obviously not ethical, obviously not good, but and now here we are. Magic is arguably having a resurgence now. Like everybody knows, oh, okay, magic is just tricking you, right? There's not like real magic, but the fact that it's super convincing and done in ways like if you somehow got into magic and you realize like some of the lengths that people would go to. If you've ever seen the movie The Prestige, that is, minus the death part, is like possibly one of the most craziest ways that the lengths that magicians will go to. So, Kit Kat Cat says the Houdini Museum is still on my list to visit. Oh, awesome, cool. If you visit it, let me know how it goes. All right. Okay, so let's do the Restless Lady. All right, so I've got the six of diamonds, the seven of diamonds, the eight of diamonds, the nine of diamonds, and the Queen of Spades. The Queen of Spades is going to represent the Restless Lady. Eroom says, we're all here enjoying, but that's the magic. You know what? A sense of community is also kind of magical too. Especially nowadays where it's like, you know what? This is not the Restless Lady. This lady is looking for a sense of community. All right, so the Queen of Spades just wants to hang out with people and just wants a good sense of community. But look, let's pretend that stream ends and the Queen of Spades goes goes home and but wanted to chat with somebody in the community. And so even though these individuals are part of a different community, if we just give the Queen of Spades a chance to join the community, let's say joining a Discord server, the Queen of Spades can build up to hang out with some members of the community. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? But here's the thing. At the end of the day, let's pretend that it's a Discord server that you have to be subbed to the streamer to get access to all the secret channels in the Discord, right? And so at the moment, the Queen of Spades doesn't have a sub. But if the Queen of Spades hangs out in chat enough times, eventually the Queen of Spades might get a gift sub from a very generous person in chat, and we can then see that the Queen of Spades has found their way into the sub member channels in the Discord. And now we just have a couple of people in the community, and they decide, hey, Queen of Spades seems really nice, and we want to hang out with the Queen of Spades more. So if we just give the Queen of Spades a chance to come join them, she says yes. It's amazing what can happen when you say yes. But actually, so now if we just take so now here's the streamer, right? So the streamer is like just somebody in the diamond community. As it turns out, we will eventually be able to see that the streamer has also gotten to know the Queen of Spades. Now, if you're somebody new in the community and you start going and you try and start talking with everybody in the community, you might see the Queen of Spades. You might see her everywhere, because look, you'll see the Queen of Spades and trying to hang out with the streamer. Let's say these two are mods. 1, 2. You might see the Queen of Spades here. And yeah, that's, you might just see the Queen of Spades everywhere, right? But here's what happens. Over time, let's say the Queen of Spades really gets integrated into the community. And everybody says, you know what, Queen of Spades is really cool. And, she's now one of us. And so that community no longer sees her as the Queen of Spades, right? They now see her as part of their community. She's also a diamond as well. And so that, my friends, is the Restless Lady themed as community. Actually on Twitch and Discord. There you go. Let's see. Erum, thank you for the "we're all here enjoying the magic." Thank you. And Kit Kat Gad, what in the world? All right, I assume Kit Kat. Warlock Craft says Kit Kat Gad. Thank you kindly for the clap. South Detroit and Erum. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. So I will have to say that the Restless Lady is probably the one trick that I've rethemed so many times. I've told so many different stories for that trick. It's still like the gift that keeps on giving. It's kind of like, so it's also kind of interesting because when the Restless Lady trick first came out, people would actually, like the original set of patter, it would actually speak demeaningly of the Restless Lady, like that the Restless Lady was like slutty or something. And I'm just like, that's not like PC anymore. Like you can't tell that story anymore. And I'm like, you have to tell it a different way. And you know what? There are so many different ways that you can tell it, because I've proved it on stream many times now. And it's so. But I mean, I call the trick Restless Lady because that's what it is. But I tell the story way different every time for the most part. Like I try. So, Kit Kat Gat says it's a good one, and thank you kindly for the claps. E-Room, Charlie's Beats. All right. I like PG channels. Yes. South Detroit asks, What is one of the newest tricks in the card magic community? Oh, so a lot of the new tricks are like a lot of new card tricks are using like tech. So like they're using like cell phones and things. Actually, if you want to see one really quick, uh, I can do a quick one here. Actually, South Detroit, are you able to interact with a trick? If you could interact with a trick, that would be awesome. And then I can show you this. Yes. All right. South Detroit says yes. Okay, great. All right. So first things first, this is not going to require you to. All right. So let me first open up the app here. Okay. So I have an app called Predict Card. All right. Actually, would this be easier to see here? Okay. Yeah, it might be easier to see here. Okay. All right. So all right. Hold on. Let me predict. Okay. So. Um, okay. And then, all right. So right now I'm trying to predict what South Detroit is going to say. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So first things first, South Detroit. Um, there's two types of cards in a deck, number and face cards. Go ahead and name either number or face. And you can do it in chat, and that's perfectly fine. So number or face. Um, okay, spades, but okay, so number or face. So so numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or sorry, ace 2, 3, and then face is like jack, queen, king. So a ace. All right. So sorry. So number. Okay, I just wanted you to choose either number or face, like choosing between the two. Uh, sorry, I'm no, it's okay, it's okay. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Um, so you chose ace. That's a number card. All right. So yeah, I'm going to. Okay. So whatever you choose, we're going to discard. All right. So let's say you chose number. We discard numbers. Okay. So we have the face cards. I would actually have you choose a color, red or black, and you chose spades, so that's okay. That's fine. So we'll throw away spades. So sorry, we're going to throw away black. So now we have hearts and diamonds. Okay. So we're going to throw away either hearts or diamonds. Whichever one you choose, we'll throw away. So do you want to name hearts or do you want to name diamonds? Yeah, ace is a number card. So hearts. Okay, so we're going to throw away hearts. Okay. All right. So now we have jack, queen, and king as like face. So go ahead and name one. Actually, you know what? Name two. So jack, queen, or king. And you can name two of them, and we'll throw them both away. Jack and queen. Okay, so you're throwing away the jack and queen. We threw away the black cards. We threw away the number cards. And so now we're left with one card that I'm not going to lie, this is a very convoluted way to get to a card, but I'm going to show you that I knew all along that you would pick a very specific card. Okay? And so, here, watch. So you threw away the hearts. That means we're left with a diamond. We're left with a face card. You threw away the jack and the queen. And we now have a king, of diamonds. Phone is cursed. Phone is not cursed. All right. But anyway, so yeah, there it is. King of diamonds. That was maybe not the best because so there are paid apps that will make things look way more magical. That one was free. South Detroit says how, and Charlie's Beats got the pog. Excellent, thank you. But yeah, and then so there's some super advanced card tricks that so this is one of those things that's too expensive and I'm not going to pay for. But there are card tricks that will use cards that have embedded NFC chips. And I know those of you who are in the scam baiting probably know what an NFC chip is. So you can imagine you can do ridiculous things with if you knew like cards and things. Really? Wow. Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, I'm not paying like $400 for a deck of cards, but that's kind of what you're looking for. That's like newest cutting edge kind of stuff. Yeah. And then kind of like the stuff that I'm doing is just sleight of hand magic with regular cards, like a deck. Even a premium deck is like 10, maybe $15. Like cheap decks, like $2 if I buy them in bulk. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not gonna I'm not going to go crazy. All right, so let's see. We're near where I want to end. I just closed the queue. I do want to do a finale trick. So let me find the finale trick I want to do for tonight. I think I want to do the trick called Dazed, because that's like one of my favorite tricks to close with. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the outro, then we're going to do the finale trick, and hopefully I don't mess it up. I don't like to end stream on a trick that I mess up, so if I mess it up, we're doing another finale trick. But then after that, we will find somebody to raid, and then we'll raid out. But anyway, I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Hopefully everybody had fun. I certainly had a good time. Thank you to everybody who interacted with the stream, whether you chatted in chat, requested a trick, clicked on the heat map, picked a card, did a sound alert, any of those things. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be as much fun. Thank you to all the lurkers out there, because if it wasn't for you guys, if I'm just practicing magic by myself here at home, there would be no magic happening, because it's one of those rare art forms where magic has to happen in your mind. If you guys want to see more of me and I'm not around, please check out my YouTube channel. I have over 300 magic performances on my YouTube channel. Most of my Twitch VODs that fall off of retention here end up in a playlist. It's an unlisted playlist on my channel. Well, the videos are unlisted. I think maybe the playlist might be available, but in either case. And let's see what else. Oh, if anybody was thinking that any of this was real magic, or I had deals with the devil, or sorcery, or black magic, or whatever, it's all sleight of hand magic. And even if it was real magic, sleight of hand is like one of the best cover stories ever, right? So there we go. South Detroit says, thank you, Nam, for your kindness and talent. Well, thank you so much, South Detroit. Guys, if you are not following our friends and mods already, we saw all of the mods tonight. We saw the Rusty Panda. Please give the Rusty Panda a follow. If you have not followed our friend and mod Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. And also, if you have not given our friend and mod Gibson Lens, Bert, a follow, please give Gibson Lens a follow. We did actually a trick to reveal Gibson Lens's, I presume, announcement for tomorrow. But so Gibson Lens actually is a Double Fine software developer, and Double Fine announced a new game that I think Gibson Lens was working on, but couldn't talk about until until today. So, and we did a trick for that earlier. I think it was like the second or third trick or whatever of the stream. But anyway, thank you so much, mods. Let's see. Okay, so yes, yeah, Dazed, one of my favorite tricks to perform. I love it, and so let's hope I don't mess it up, because I would hate to mess it up and reveal the secrets of magic. But anyway, it wouldn't be the first time that I've messed up a trick on stream. So anyway, here we go. All right, so first I've got a pile of cards here. We've got a 6 of diamonds, a queen of clubs, and then if I show you the backs of these, that's not going to be significant in a particular way. But when I turn them all over, you're going to see something weird. You're going to see that maybe they're backs on both sides, right? Backs on both sides, except for this one. This one is really weird because this is how they print the cards in the factory. They know that all the cards will have a back, but they don't know if it's going to have a face yet. And so they don't know which face to put on it. Anyway, so, but here we have double back cards. Now, these cards have a strange property. And let me just, here, it's probably easier to demonstrate than to actually tell you about it. But look, if I just go ahead and hold this over the 6 of diamonds, it will reflect the 6 of diamonds. Not only will it reflect, but actually all of the cards will turn into 6 of diamonds. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Now, by the same logic, if I go ahead and I take the packet and I reflect it over the queen of clubs like this, not only will it reflect the queen of clubs, but actually all of the cards will turn into the queen of clubs. Because look, 1, 2, 3, 4 queens of clubs. Is that weird? Now, even up until this point, we can still see that they are all the queens of clubs. But if I take this card, and it's not until I turn the blank side face up. I don't know if you know, but actually all of the cards, all 1, 2, 3, 4 cards are now blank. And at this point, some people are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I want to see the backs of those cards. And to that I would say, sure. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4 backs. And that, my friends, is, I will call, a successful finale performance of Dazed. And that, my friends, we'll call a stream. All right, cool. First time chat, Graxanov, welcome in. How's it going, Graxanov? Thank you kindly for the claps. Guys, are not following our friend Graxanov. Please give Graxanov a follow. Graxanov, also a streamer, music, so definitely give Graxanov a follow. Good to see you, Grax. All right, excellent. So let me see here. South Detroit, thank you for the mind blown. Graxanov, thanks for the claps. Kit Kat Gat, amazing, thank you, and thank you for the mod love as well, and thank you for the claps. Gibson Lens, and everybody's like Grax. Let's see, and then thank you for the shout out. Oh, you're welcome. Good to see you too now. No problem. Good to see you. Yeah. So long story short, I know I haven't hung out as much on Twitch as much as I used to, but it's not that for lack of I don't want to, but it's just like I need to not hang out on Twitch as much to do like so many things, and between like having a job, being a parent, streaming YouTube, there's so many things. Like, so, but good to see you, Grax. All right. Okay, so let's find somebody to raid. So normally I would choose somebody to raid, usually from the Twitch music community, because that's honestly a lot of the Twitch streams that I hang out in. But let's see who's on. There's not for a lack of choices tonight. There's plenty of choices. Let's see here. There is. Oh, hold on. Wait. Let me see. Mute. Okay. All right. There's somebody that I'm thinking about rating. Let me see. Last time we rated them. Let me look on my spreadsheet. Yes, I have a stream spreadsheet. Because, why not? Also helps out for a lot of things. Let's see here. When was the last time we rated this person? It's been a couple months, so All right, and I like going over there. It's chill. He hasn't also. He's only been streaming for 15 minutes, so this will be fine. All right, guys. I found a raid target. So if you would like to follow us on this raid, we're going to be raiding the keyboard grinder. Grinds keyboards. I mean, not literally grinds, but he plays jazz on keyboards and pianos. And so if you want to copy a raid call, here's a raid call, regular raid call, and then here's a sub raid call. If you would like to copy one, and then let me let me start the raid. Okay, here we go. So yeah, let's go over there. I figured out a few seconds late. Oh, okay. Yeah, I accidentally shared audio too. So if you had caught that and you heard that it's just like slightly jazzy piano, I think you would have gotten it. But I don't think it would have been a surprise that you would have guessed. But thank you for letting me know that you would have guessed slightly late. I was too fast for you. But also stream delay. All right, cool. So anyway, wonderful seeing everybody. Thank you for being here, everybody. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. Have a glorious night. Have a glorious week. Everybody take care of yourselves. Remember to hydrate. Remember to stretch. And remember to get good sleep because we all know that it's really hard to get sleep nowadays. So, all right. Twitch was too slow showing the stream time. Absolutely, yeah. All right, everybody. Take care. We'll see you around. All right. Bye.